回天心善印，3拜诸护法金刚，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心善印，是平等一起手。恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛，升法王座。虽然是在网络上，今天的网络有点问题，众线上不是很多人，但是就仍然还是要看众线上的弟子们，接受众线上的弟子们问安。
好，师尊今天能够在众线上的同门真的很有福报啊！因为网络出上的问题，一直很多人在问，众有问题上不了，要看师尊。
我的太阳有658个啊！ 自由自在。
好，现在我们恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛升法王座。
Is the Homa fire offering ceremony of Guan Yin, Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, here at the True Buddha Temple in North Bend, Washington, the Rainbow Temple. We are welcoming our lineage root Guru, His Holiness Living Buddha Lien Sheng, and inviting him to ascend to the Dharma throne. Now we are inviting His Holiness to bless the prayers of the primary supplicants for this Homa.
敬献哈达一会大众虔诚合掌，请长老释莲生上师代表一会大众向法王圣尊莲。
Let's join our palms with reverence, and we would like to invite the Ashu's Master Lien Sheng to present the offering of Hatha to the lineage root Guru as the symbol of the highest honor. Eh.
Nam mô Quan世音菩萨护摩法会开始，观想真佛宗传承。
The Avalokitesvara Homa fire offering ceremony has now begun. Visualize True Buddha lineage, Namo Vajra Buddha, Namo Buddha Lokana, Namo Amitabha Buddha, Namo Padma Kumara, Namo Living Buddha Lien Sheng. Visualize Grandmaster and all Buddhas and Bodhisattvas radiating light to bless us. Recite the Padma Kumara mantra 7 times. Perform the visualization of the 4 immeasurables to your right, ancestors and relatives from the father's side. To your left, from the mother's side. Behind you, friends and teachers. and your benefactors, in front of your enemies and your karmic creditors. All of us sentient beings around us together practicing tantric dharma and ultimately attaining Buddhahood. Clap twice and snap your fingers to wake up the deities. Recite purification mantras and the earth deity mantra.
Om Vajra Namo Samato Hodoran Om Turu Turu Deve Soha. Yan Zhao Qin Zhou Om A Hom Soha. Om A.
Recite invocation mantra. We sincerely invoke our lineage root Guru, Holiness Living Buddha Lien Sheng. Namo White Mahapadma Kumara. Namo Lotus Light Self-Mastery Buddha. Namo True Buddha School Lineage Gurus. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa. Namo Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa. Namo Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. We sincerely invoke the main deity of Homa. Namo Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Namo Golden Mother of the Primordial Jet Ponds. Namo 5 Dhyani Buddhas. True Buddha School 8 Primary Deities. Yamantaka. Akalanata. The 4 Heavenly Kings. Sama Bodhisattva. Rainbow Temples. All Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities. All the deities enshrined at the True Buddha Tantric Quarter, at the Seattle Litsang Temple, and at the South Mountain Retreat. Rainbow Temples, Mountain God, Earth God, Plant God, Wind God, Water God, Heavenly Fire Gods, Dragon Gods, and all divinities as well as the city gods, to please radiate light and bless this Homa. Great homage using visualization for student Guru and all Buddhas. Visualize for position on the ground, release the mudra. Second to all Bodhisattvas. Visualize for position on the ground, release the mudra. Third to all Herukas and Dhamma protectors. Visualize for position on the ground, release the mudra. Fourth half bow. Great mandala offering. From the offering mudra, visualize the transformations of the offerings to become innumerable to fill the whole cosmic space. Make the offering above to the lineage root Guru, all the lineage Gurus, the main deity of Homa, Namo Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, all Buddhas, Bodhisattvas, Herukas, Dhammapalas, Dakinis, and divinities, and below to all sentient beings. Recite the offering verse and mantra. Mount Meru, 4 continents, and sun and moon transform into precious offerings for the Buddhas. May these wondrous treasures and marriage purge our karma to all of our civilization. For full refuge, visualize our lineage root Guru, all the lineage Gurus, a Buddha jewel, Dhamma jewel, a Sangha jewel to form bright white light to empower us. Recite the mantra. Armor protection. perform Vajra Clubs Mudra. Recite Vajrapani mantra 7 times. Inviting the Dharma King, His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng, to perform blessings with mala. Inviting His Holiness Living Buddha Lian Sheng to set ceremonial demarcation, to bless the registration forms, hallmark cards, and all the offerings. Please stand up and join your palms with reverence. And together we are inviting His Holiness to perform the ritual of opening the Homa fire pit, to set ceremonial demarcation around it, to lit the Homa fire, to make all the offerings, and to perform mudra transformations for purifications, enrichments, magnetization, subjugation, and further deliverance. We are inviting everybody to please chant the heart mantra of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva.
Amen.
加持八大本尊心咒及念佛。Om Ami Devase Om Mani Padme Hum Om Panamo Lindolim Soha Om Ha 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 Vei Samoye Soha Om Zeli Zuli Zunti Soha Om Zambala Chaneng Chalaye Soha Om A Hom Beza Guru Bema Siddhi Hom Se Om A Hom Guru Be Ahu Sasamaha Liên Sân Siddhi Hom Tế Tha Om Bekhaziya Bekhaziya Maha Bekhaziya Raja Samo Kyadehe Soha Nam mô 36万亿111万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿111万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。南无36万亿111万9500同名同号阿弥陀佛。请大家起念请佛注释祈愿文。具德妙善圣尊秘密主，十方世界佛刹成数佛，大悲有情海会众菩萨，护教金刚空行前顶礼。世间三毒炽盛业漫漫，身心摧折轮回苦无休。圣尊明念降生度迷情，三宝于是微光护群生。人天福田所依金刚身，受戒传法灌顶次悉地。佛子祈请注释转法轮，利乐无量无尽众生界。回向，愿同念佛者同生极乐国，上报四重恩，下济三途苦，见佛了生死，有佛度一切。真佛中众弟子一心祈愿护摩祖尊、观世音菩萨、正法明如来，以无量的白净光加护圣尊，体魄强健，精气足，长寿长乐常自在，财福天成永不乏，大乐任运偏法界，密法救度众生苦，指引到极乐彼岸。恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛作众回向。
Homage to the greatly merciful and compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Homage to the greatly merciful and compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Homage to the greatly merciful and compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. We pray to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. By your bright radiance of the lotus, guide the Bardo spirits with affinity, Bardo spirits without affinity, to be reborn into the pure Buddha land. We pray to the Bodhisattva to radiate bright light and bless us with a healthy body, all wishes fulfilled, calamities transform into auspiciousness and strong spiritual commitment. We pray that you bless us with the eradication of karmic sicknesses. Avalokitesvara, please bestow upon all participants with ample resources. And please bestow complete wisdom. Please bestow the absorption by the three roots. The root guru blessings, Yidam's absorption, and protectors' accompaniment and protection. We pray to Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva to radiate bright light and deliver all sentient beings so that they can be pure and unhindered. Please bless so that the pandemic disappear, sicknesses disappear, affliction disappear, the viruses disappear. Namo, the greatly merciful and compassionate Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. All the zillions, myriad emanations of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva with great mercy and compassion. Gods in heavens, gods on earth, may be far from all calamities, may all calamities abandon us, let all disasters turn into dust. May all of our wishes be fulfilled. May all enemies and enmities disappear. May bad affinities disappear. May sicknesses disappear. May viruses vanish. May pandemic disappear.
Cung điện 3遍百字明咒。Om Vajra Sutra Samaya Manupanaya Vajra Sutra Tenupadicha Zetso me pawa Suto Kayu me pawa Sopo Kayu me pawa Anurato me pawa Sawa Siti me Purayasa Sawa Kama Sutta me Chitamu Sriyan Guru Hop Ha 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 hu Bhagavan Sawa Tathagata Pezamami Mensa Pezabawa Mahasamaya Sato Ahom Pei Om Peza Sato Samaya Manupanaya Peza Sato Tenupadicha Zetso me pawa Soto Kayu me pawa Sopo Kayu me pawa Anulato me pawa Sawa Siti me Purayasa Sawa Kama Sutta me จิตามุสุริยันกุรุหมหาหาหาหาเหปะกาวันสาวะตถาคตาเปจัมมัมมิมัญชาเปจืปาวะมหาสัมมายะสัตโตอาหมเพยอมเปจัสสัตโตสัมมายะมานุปานายะเปจัสสัตโตเตนุปาติชาเจโจเมปาวะสุตโตคายุเมปาวะโสโปคายุเมปาวะอันโนละโตเมปาวะสาวะสิริเมปุรายะชะสาวะกัมมาสุทธาเมจิตตามุสุริยันกุรุหมหาหาหาหาเหปะกาวันสาวะตถาคตาเปจัมมัมมิมัญชาเปจืปาวามหาสัมมายะสัตโตอาหมเพ做观想大礼拜，100根本传承上师及诸佛，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三印，200诸菩萨，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三印，300诸护法金刚，嗡啊吽观想顶礼，回天心三印，是平等以起手。念圆满咒 Om Brim Om Brim Om Brim Om Mani Padme Hum。让我们以热烈的掌声感谢根本传承上师法王圣尊莲生活佛，祝坛观世音菩萨护摩法会。请大家恭敬合掌。恭请法王圣尊莲生活佛做宝贵的法语开示。
我们敬传承敬了明和尚。
Let's pay homage to the lineage gurus. Homage to Master Sakya Tsongkham. Homage to the Venerable Mang Liao Ming, homage to His Holiness 16 Karmapa, and homage to Master Dubdan Tarji. Homage to the three jewels of the altar. Homage to the main deity of Homa today, Namo Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, with great mercy and compassion. Sunwa Tanchen Katso Dutan City. All Dharma masters, Dharma educators, Dharma teachers, Dharma lecturers, Dharma assistants, directors of temples and chapters, and all disciples present here and over the internet. Good evening, how do you do?
你好，大家好。愛してる。シャラネ。オラミコ。ケケロンチョ。すごい。一番気持ちいい。住民。やび。プリプリ。こんにちは。先通知大家。
First, I would like to announce
下个礼拜天
for next Sunday,
31日
October 31st.
哦，10月。
October, not November.
10月31日。
October 31st.
不是11月。下午3点 PM
At 3 p.m.
不动明王护摩法会
there would be a Kalanata Homa fire offering ceremony.
它本身就是毗卢遮那佛大乐如来
And he's emanation of Vairocana Buddha,
不动明王
or he's an emanation of the Vairocana Buddha.
大乐如来的化身
The great son Tathagata Vairocana Buddha's emanation is Akalanata.
东密
And this deity in the Eastern Tantrayana or Japanese Tantrayana is revered the highest. And he has tremendous power. When I was at Asakusa, at the Kanon temple, there was a brochure that said that the protector of those with Chinese zodiacs, a rooster, the greatest protector would be Akalanata. At first, I thought in Tibetan Tantrayana, my protector was Yamantaka. But when I saw that brochure, that those with the Chinese zodiac rooster is Akalanata. So in Asakusa, Japan, so every time I would invoke him, Yamantaka and Akalanata. They are Grandmaster's very important protector.
那我曾经在这个阿萨库萨这个浅草观音庙
So once at Asakusa,
我在那边念咒，念的咒是
Asakusa's next.
萨曼多摩多南瓦日拉南哈南无萨曼多摩多南瓦日拉南哈。 南无萨曼多摩多南瓦日拉南汉。我在那边一直念。
I kept chanting it there, quiet, in a soft voice. And there were several tourists around and said, "Oh, this Akalanata statue can chant." Actually, I was chanting, so there were many people praying to him. So this once happened. And his mudra is the sword, the tip of the sword mudra. And the sword is inside the shield of the sword. And this mudra is very beautiful. I like it. And his face, I have performed it several times. I have showed it. The lower lip bite on the upper lip. At my house in Taiwan, the international music hall community. As soon as you open the front door, the first one you could see is Akalanata. He was standing in my what's that called? Like the porch. As soon as I opened the door, you would be able to see Akalanata, extremely magnificent. Some are standing, some statues are standing, some are sitting. on top of a rock. So Akalanata is extremely great. So he's the transformation body of the highest Buddha of the 5 Dhyani Buddhas, which is Vairocana Buddha. Every time I give spiritual consultation, I would invoke him, protector Akalanata. So today is Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva Homa. I have never seen that many Avalokitesvara Bodhisattvas. So today, in performing Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva Homa, it really was number one. Today is the ordination day of Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. Why didn't you tell me earlier? Oh, so today in my performing Avalokitesvara of all the homas all this year, it is the most special or extraordinary. The Avalokitesvara Bodhisattvas that I saw were infinite, countless. I've never seen that many Avalokitesvara Bodhisattvas descending from the sky. I've never seen it like this. So today, finally, I saw something. So I kept looking up and to see everywhere the whole cosmos was filled with Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva. It's truly myriad number of them, very eye-opening. And in the mudra transformations, they appeared many different kinds of mudras. When I was performing the mudra transformation this time, was not like the old mudra transformations, which is sequentially this and then the next one. But today, the mudra transformation, although what the next step is, but there were many more additional mudras. And all the additional mudras were performed by Avalokitesvara Bodhisattva, and I just followed them. So today is filled with spiritual energy, extremely wonderful. So today, the primary supplicants, the merit holders, truly, truly fortunate. It's impossible to describe, so I use the curse word to say that he's damn fortunate. They are damn fortunate. The primary supplicants and merit holders, incredible. The power was just so tremendous. So I pray that those primary supplicants this time, and due to the blessings of our Lokiteshvara Bodhisattva, have all their wishes fulfilled. And those who were the primary supplicants this time, that their prayers for dispersion would also be granted. The Homa today was truly just like when we walked in, the windstorm, the rainstorm. When I rode in the car from the main hall to the Homa hall, the rain fell so severely. It felt like the applause of thousands of people. And when I got off the car, it's like applause of thousands of people. But when I took a look, only a few. That was the sound of the rain, as if thousands of people applauding.
大殿一出来的时候，那个雨才这样子下的，是真的没有下来，没有在门口的时候是没有的，所以是突然之间的。
It only rained when you left the main hall, and not now either. So when I was riding from the main hall to the Homa hall, on this short trip, there was the heaviest rain. Plipala, plipala. It was truly heavy. I thought there was so many applause. So our Lokiteshvara manifested. The mudras were different, the spiritual energy was different, the sky was different. So a truly great Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattva. Each one of them were very magnificent. We are very grateful to Avalokiteshvara Bodhisattvas. Let me tell a joke. A man married a wife, and the wife is always missing something. She's very careless and very unfocused. And one day, she's helping her husband cutting his hair, and he's worried that she would be distracted. But the wife said, "Don't worry, I will concentrate on it." So the husband is reading the magazine and letting the wife to cut his hair. And when he's turning the page, the wife said, "Wait, I haven't finished reading it." So she's still distracted. Is there someone that's like that? Yes, there are people like that they always half-hearted. They're always distracted or unfocused. In the past, I asked Erica from Canada to help at my house at the Phantom Lake to do some housework, our own disciple. And Simu told her, Erica, she said that she's able to do everything. So why don't you make a noodles, to make a cup of noodle for Grandmaster? And Erica said, why? Why do I have to make noodle? Let's just go out and eat.
Okay.
That's the end. And then it's not quite right. And in the kitchen there was a banging sound. What happened? When she was washing dishes, one of the plate broke. A bowl broke. We don't break bowls when we wash the dishes. So we thought, well, maybe you're just careless. And 2 days later, another bowl was broken. And I said, strange. The bowls we've had the bowls for a long time and never broke any, but as soon as you come, you broke 2. And then Erica told us that it's the end of the life of the bowls. It's time to change to new ones. And we said, okay, we'll just listen to you. So we buy new ones. And then we ask her to clean the bathroom. And there's a shower there. You have to wipe off all the dirt. And she said, okay. And after a while, there was a bang. What happened? So we took a look, and it turned out the shower head fell off. The shower head all was pulled down by her. And then we asked her to vacuum the carpet today. So she did. And the cable. So when you push, it would go. And she would go over the cable. That the cable broke. So in vacuuming the carpet, she broke the cable by vacuuming it. So strange. That's the kind of person she is. Yichen or Erica from Canada. This kind of person exists. So from the joke just now, I thought of Erica when she was helping at our house, doing housework. Many strange things happened. If you want to talk about it, it's endless. Every day or 2, there would be something strange happen. I remember there is a joke. The little mosquito said, "Human beings are our good friends." And the big mosquito asked the little mosquito, "Why did you say that?" Because when human beings see us, they all clap to welcome us. And the big mosquito said, "That's not welcoming, they are trying to slap us to death." But the little mosquito said, "But at night, they turn on the blue light to give us light." And the big mosquito said, "Oh, they're trying to electrocute us." Sometimes we have misunderstanding about a lot of things. Only one question today? We'll do the question and answer. From Malaysia, Lianhua Ziyu. At work, I chant the Root Guru mantra and I make the merit dedication when I practice at the altar at home. Is it okay? Every time I'm about to practice, my family is playing games or getting on the internet around me. Sometimes they even curse. It's impossible for me to communicate with them. At the same time, I don't want them to create speech karma. Grandmaster, please help me solve this dilemma. Thank you.
他在修法的时候啊，家人在旁边做这个打游戏或上网，有时候会讲一些粗言秽语。
So when he or she is practicing, the family is playing games or getting on the internet nearby, and sometimes they curse, they can't communicate. Yeah, so they have the dilemma. Chanting Root Guru mantra at work and make the merit dedication at home when he practices at the altar. So it's asking about problems with family. In Buddha Dharma, there is a statement. And 2 days ago, I just said it. Yesterday, I just talked about the turtle and the fish. Joke. It's not a joke, it's an inspiration. The turtle said, as long as you do the best you can, do your part the best you can, you don't need to listen to the rest. You can ignore the rest. So when you work, you chant the Root Guru mantra. That's chanting. Not concentrated chanting. Like during the trip on the way to work, when, say, on a public transport, you chant the Root Guru mantra wholeheartedly, that's fine. But if you chant while working, that's called unfocused chanting. But if you chant wholeheartedly during the trip to work, that would be a real chanting. Otherwise, that would be scattered. chanting.
不管你是正念
So if you don't care about anything else, then that would be the proper chanting. So whether it's a scattered chanting or a focused chanting, you can perform the merit dedication at
正
home.
念、善念都可以。
So the true chanting or scattered chanting work both ways. So the true chanting is that you chant with focus or with mindfulness. You place your mind on the chanting. That's called the proper or the right chanting or the true chanting. But if you chant while working, that's called a scattered chanting, because you have to concentrate on your work only, and secondarily you chant. That's called scattered chanting. And you make the overall merit dedication when you get home is allowed. That's the answer to the first question.
师尊的本事，我开车的时候。
Grandmasters has the skill that I can chant while driving.
还有最令我分心的时候，
And
我也能够
when
念，而且我念
during the time where
车
I
当然不能够
would
摄
be
心，
distracted,
你也要注意有没有路人、
I can also
红
chant.
绿灯。
When you drive, of course, you cannot be completely concentrated because you have to watch the traffic lights and pedestrians, so that's called scattered chanting. But at the most crucial moment, in doing anything, Grandmaster can focus his mind to chant. That's the skill that I train myself in.
做任何事情，我能够
Doesn't matter what I do, I can
把那个重
focus
念
and
的
concentrate
非常的
in chanting the mantra mindfully and imprint it on the mind or heart.
这个就是正念。
That is called the right
什么叫做分心
or
念？
true
什么叫
chanting.
做善念？
So I'm explaining what is scattered chanting, or what is mindful or right or true chanting.
可以摄心念。
So Grandmaster has trained so that I can chant
就是
mindfully
可以讲，
or with concentration.
几乎任何人都不可能
So
做
we
得
can
到的
say
状况之下，
that in situations where no one else can do, you are able to do it.
所练出来的一个
So that's a mastery that I
当然我们
have through
在做
training.
什么事情，
Of course, I cannot tell you what I'm
因为我
doing
如果在做什么事情也能够摄心念，你们一定会
because if I
大
can,
骂为
if I tell you what I am doing while concentrating or absorbing my mind, then you would say, "Oh, my heaven."
打游戏上网，也说一些粗
So when I'm practicing, my family surround me, playing games or getting on the internet and also cursing. I cannot communicate with them, but I don't want them to create speech karma. It makes me difficult, so please help me resolve. Let me tell you, you should learn from the turtle,
就当成乌龟，
which I have said yesterday.
把头缩进去，
Just pretend you're a
在
turtle.
打游戏，
You draw in your head, and you don't hear them playing games, and you don't hear them cursing or getting on the
缩进
internet.
去，
When you
摄心
retract yourself,
修你的法，
absorb your mind and concentrate to do your practice, and then ignore everything else around you or outside.
把你自己缩到你的龟壳里面。
So retract yourself into your shell. I'm not saying that you're a turtle, but it's an analogy. Just withdraw your head and the legs and the arms. All that is left is the shell. So cover the sound with your practice and ignore all other sounds around you or outside you. If you can reach such a level, then that would be called the right or the true practice. Nothing can interfere with you, with it.
所以啊，这个引申为大，就是说，世界上我所有的同事。
So invisibility is the greatest. So all my colleagues, my fellow disciples, all the families and relatives, benefactors or nemesis, whatever they do to you, you just totally ignore them when you do your Dharma practice. You fully concentrate mind absorption on your practice. There's no improper or unwanted thought at all. This kind of Dharma practice would be the best. Number one. The very best kind of Dharma practice. Every time you practice, just be a turtle and forget about everything else. And you only exist amidst your Dharma practice. Any other thoughts cannot interfere into you. All the scoldings and defamations will not come in, will not interfere. All the dislikes and words of animosities will not come in. Or whatever the spouse is doing or saying will not affect you at all. Nothing can affect you. This would be the best kind of Dharma practice. That's the very best. It is extremely difficult to be able to do it. If you can do it this way and maintain it continually, then you will definitely have attainments. Because in Dharma practice, a human being would have so many running thoughts and so many distractions and interference. But your outer circumstances should not affect you. You absorb your mind and totally concentrate in your Dharma practice and in whatever you do. That would be the very best. The most excellent. What I'm telling you today is extremely important. The joke from last night was very useful. Be a turtle and absorb inside your shell. Your two arms, your two legs are inside the shell. Everything outside or external, ignore them. And the shell is your mind. So you truly enter into your mind. The master can do it. If you can, that means you have succeeded in your Dharma practice. You have succeeded in your Dharma practice. Last night I argued with my wife. So I only half day work during the weekend, and afterwards I went home. And I found my wife was not home, and she left a note on the table. It's written, lunch is on page 215 of the recipe book, and your dinner is on page 317. She striked. When I thought of striking, I have lived to be 77 and I never go on strike giving Dharma teachings. Look, I'm very responsible. Pay attention. When Grandmaster was at the Taiwan Lechang Temple, I suffered from cellulitis on my legs. It was swollen. Did you know? Cellulitis. And yet, on every Saturday, I still went to the Taiwan Lechang Temple to give Dharma teaching. And how was it when I give empowerment? Think about it. What should I do during empowerment or hatha offering? And to sit on a chair and with one leg lifted, it was so swollen. It looked like cellulitis. It was swollen big time, and if it could not be controlled, I had to be amputated, and it could infect all over the body to the heart. So I accepted a hatha offering with my leg lifted and sitting on a chair, and the same during blessings. So I've always been very serious, very responsible in my work, very conscientious. That was really quite an agony. The doctor demanded me to be hospitalized. So I was in the hospital from Monday to Friday, and on the weekend I went to the Seattle Lechang Temple. So the doctor checked like, oh, where is he? I went to the Lechang Temple. And I got injections of tiger site antibiotics. And finally, it subsided. So the doctor finally had some relief. Otherwise, if that antibiotic did not have any effect, then I would have been amputated. I cried several times at the Lechang Temple, Taiwan Lechang Temple. Because that was quite suffering. And when I recovered finally, the ghost witch from San Francisco said she was the one who cured me. It was really XXX. Amitabha. Let me tell you, when God closes the doors, he would open the windows. There's this statement, right? Cliche. However, if your doors shut suddenly and your windows open suddenly, you should move right away because your house is haunted. Okay, today let's talk about chapter 9, the one phenomenon, no phenomena. Subhuti, what do you think? Can an arhat think this way? I have attained the fruition of an arhat? Sakyamuni Buddha asked. Subhuti replied, no, world honored one. Why? Because there really is nothing called arhat. World honored one, if an arhat thinks that he has attained arhatship, then he is attached to self, others, sentient beings, and lifespan. World honored one, the Buddha said that I have attained the samadhi of non-contention, that I am the first and foremost among all human beings. And that I am the leading arhat who has abandoned desire. World honored one, I do not think this way, that I am an arhat who has abandoned desire. World honored one, if I think that I have attained arhatship, the world honored one will not say that Subhuti is the bliss aranya, because Subhuti has not done so, therefore Subhuti is referred to as a bliss aranya. So, questions asked by Sakyamuni Buddha and replied by Subhuti. So, arhat is the fourth fruitions of arhatships, the fourth level. So, the sage of the Sravakahood, arhat or arahan. The four sixthly realms refer to Buddhahood, Bodhisattvahood, Pratika Buddhahood, and Sravakahood. Four realms of sagehood, the realms that is beyond the heavenly realms, the realm of the sages. So Sravaka is the same as Arhat. The fourth level of Arhatship is Sravaka. Sravaka is also called a solitary hearer. Why is it called solitary hearer? Is the one who by listening to the Buddha's teaching, they have attainments. So they hear Sakyamuni Buddha's Dharma teaching and attain the fruition. So you have heard it and you have attained it. So you're called Sravaka or solitary hearer. And the highest one is the fourth fruition of arhatship, arhat, arahan. And I regard it as that they are pure in their self-nature. That your own Buddha nature has appeared and purified. That's the fourth level of arhatship. The arhat. They are already non-returning. That place is non-returning. Yesterday we talked about the third level of arhatship. At the five pure heavens, which is the heaven of non-affliction. They will not go back to the realm of desire. They will not return. They are also sage. That's the third level of hardship. And when your self-nature is completely purified, that would be the fourth level of hardship, and that is called Sravaka. So that's a general classification. It's not very strict. If you want to cultivate the fourth level of hardship according to the Buddha, during the first turn of the Dharma wheel about the Four Noble Truths, sufferings, cause of sufferings, path of sufferings, and extension of suffering, then you have the attainment of arhatship. And Pratika Buddha is also a sage or solitary Buddha. They rely on the 12 links of causes and conditions, and they have realization based on that. And they are called Pratika Buddha. And what is a Bodhisattva? They rely on the 6 perfections or 6 paramitas to cultivate spiritually: giving, abiding by precepts, enduring, diligence, wisdom, and meditation. Those who practice according to the 6 paramitas are called bodhisattvas. Those who cultivate spiritually according to the 8-fold noble paths are Buddhas. That's a general classification to clarify why one is referred as a Buddha, a Bodhisattva, a Pratika Buddha, or a Sravaka, which is an Arhat. So, pure self-nature through the Four Noble Truths to realize them and have attainments. The Buddha asked Subhuti, "What do you think? Can an Arhat think this way? I have attained the fruition of an Arhat?" Subhuti replied, "Noble honored one, why? Because there really is nothing called Arhat. World honored one, if an Arhat thinks that he has attained Arhatship, then he is attached to self, others, sentient beings, and lifespan." This statement is extremely important. If you think that you have attained an Arhatship, then you attach to a phenomena, to a name, to a term. I have attained an Arhatship. I refers to which I? So there's a great knowledge in this. So Subhuti said, if I say that I have attained Arhatship, then it would be impossible that I'm an Arhat because I'm already attached to phenomena, to the phenomena of a name. I have attained Buddhahood. If you say it, then you're attached to the name of a Buddha. The name Buddha. You just do it. There is no such name or term as Buddha or Bodhisattva or Arhat or Sravaka. None of these names. Because once you realize the Tao or path, you want to let go the names. You're not attached that you're a Buddha, you're a Bodhisattva, you're an Arhat. None of those. If I say I have attained Arhatship, then you're attached to self, others, or sentient beings and lifespan. Since self or I does not exist, there is no person. Since there is no person, of course there are no sentient beings. And when there are no sentient beings, what is lifespan? Lifespan is the same as time. And sentient beings are the same as space or spatial dimension. So now you can understand this theory, right? What it means. That's what it means. You cannot be attached to the phenomena of name. Although you're already an arhat, you will not often think that you are an arhat. I have said so. No. If you are a bodhisattva, you will not always think that I am a bodhisattva. Then you're already attached to the phenomena of I or of naming. During the second turn of Dharma wheel of the Buddha, he talked about no phenomena. So, phenomena of self, other sentient beings, and phenomena and lifespan, you cannot have any of these four attachments to phenomena. That's during the second turn of the Dharma wheel. The Buddha talked about no phenomena. And then he cannot be attached to the phenomena of naming. Therefore, you cannot frequently think that you have attained arhatship. Actually, many disciples of the Buddha have attained arhatships. We often say 500 arhats. It does not mean exactly 500. 500 means a lot or many. During the time of Sakyamuni Buddha, there were many people who have attained arhatships, very many. Therefore, we refer to them as 500 arhats, and 500 means a lot or many. World honored one, the Buddha said that I have attained the samadhi of non-contention, that I'm the first and foremost among all human beings. What is the samadhi of non-contention? Very simple. Since self or I do not exist anymore, what are you contending for? The samadhi of non-contention. I do not exist. What is there to argue about, to dispute about? There's no I, no you, no they. Whom are you disputing with? A simple analogy. On the moon, someone said they want to open the Hilton Hotel, and he's waiting for these human beings to immigrate to the moon. That the human beings from samsara, they would get on the space shuttle or satellite to get to the moon and to stay at the Hilton Hotel. I am visionary, and if I open the Hilton hotels there, I can earn money from you. Oh, you've come here. How much is the presidential suite or the regular suite? Why do you, what use is the money you earn? Because there's nothing else around you. There's no food stalls, no cars, no shopping places. What use is your money? Oh, is it okay to pay by diamonds? Yeah, but can you eat the diamonds? No. What do you use the diamonds for? You can't eat the diamonds, but how about gold? Gold's shiny and golden, but what use? That would press you to death. But then human beings don't go there, and you build a Hilton hotel there, but it's useless. Nobody came, and you just look at the Chang'er, the goddess at the moon. That's quite puzzling. Let me ask you, who are you fighting with on the moon? If you're the only one, the only person on the moon, who are you having dispute with? Or who are you fighting with? The Buddha said, no view of self, others, sentient beings, and lifespan. Who are you? Who are you contending with? That's the samadhi of non-contention. Let me say an analogy for you. Now do you understand? Now you understand. Since there is no self, who are you contending with? If you're still contending with someone, that means self still exists. In the past, Grandmaster made lots of mistakes. In my True Buddha short discussion, I criticized this person and that person and that person. That was wrong. Self still existed then. But now, I was very good at reprimanding others before. There was a newspaper or magazine. What was it called? A very famous one in Taiwan at the earliest time. Still exists now, I think. China. Weekly China Times, and they said that Seng Yen Lu was the first and foremost in criticizing others, because there was a True Buddha sword, right? So I slash and beat everybody. So that was not samadhi of non-contention. And when you reach the realm of no self, what are you contending with? That's the samadhi of non-contention. Don't contend with anybody. Just be like a turtle. Practice yourself till you have attainment and you deliver sentient beings. Be a bodhisattva. Be a turtle. Doesn't matter how other people are slicing you. You're inside your turtle shell. They will not be able to slash your limbs or the head. You just practice inside your shell. And when you have attainments, you give Dharma teaching and deliver sentient beings. Only then it is called the samadhi of non-contention. And the Buddha said, I have attained the samadhi of non-contention, and I am the first and foremost among all human beings. Subhuti said, the Buddha said, I am the leading arhat who has abandoned desire. Once you abandon the realm of desire, you are an arhat. When you had abandoned all desire, you are an arhat. World Honored One, Subhuti said, I do not think this way. I am an arhat who has abandoned desire. Of course he does not. He did not. Because if I think that way, then I would not have been an arhat. Because self existed. Self exists. You are not attached to the phenomena of name. If I think that I have attained arhatship, then the world honored one will not say that Subhuti is the bliss aranya. What is the bliss aranya? Oh, bliss aranya hermit practitioner. Who knows? Please raise your hand. The Ambassador Liao raised his hand. Please. So what I just said, right? That's right. So going around still be a turtle. So he could not think this way that have attained the arhatship. If I think this way, the world honored one will not say that Subhuti is the bliss aranya. Because Subhuti has not done so, therefore Subhuti is referred as the bliss aranya. He did not do anything in reality. He really did not do anything. We also think this way. In the Saha world, you really haven't done anything. So in the future, I will talk about that Grandmaster now is giving Dharma teaching here. It's the same as not giving Dharma teaching. I haven't done anything. I am performing illusory things in the illusory world. So I'm just doing illusory things in the illusory world. Therefore, Buddha Dharma is very profound. It's definitely different from other religions. Because the wisdom is very supreme. Because this is wisdom without wisdom. Because there's no wisdom, it's called wisdom. It's extremely high level. So Sakyamuni Buddha at that time could speak on this Dharma, on no phenomena. That's definitely not the typical thing. It's not the typical religion either. No phenomena of self, others, sentient beings, and lifespan. So as long as you can reach these four, then you have attainments. So in reality, Subhuti has not performed anything. Therefore, he is referred as Subhuti, as bliss aranya. So whatever he did, he's done it, but he did not treat it as being done. So he treated it as not done because there is no self. That's why there is no doing. So today, Grandmaster Lu is giving Dharma teaching here, but I say I have not given any Dharma teaching. Basically, that's not doing anything. I just generating bodhicitta and just do it accordingly. That's the same as not doing anything. It's not that I'm giving Dharma teaching and then I keep thinking it like, oh, what kind of Dharma teaching I say and I give this Dharma teaching or that Dharma teaching. There is no I giving this Dharma teaching. So therefore, Bodhidharma got on the Dharma throne when he was asked to give Dharma teaching, he just slapped the table. That's the end of the Dharma teaching, and then he got off. So this is talking about that, not doing anything. Someone said that Subhuti give Dharma teaching, that's slandering Subhuti. This will also be talked about in the Vajra Sutra. The Buddha also has not given Dharma teaching. There is no Dharma to be spoken of. That's a very high level of wisdom. You have to contemplate on it carefully. It's not very easy to expound it. And only the one that can extrapolate it very clearly and in great details. So he's not the first Arhat who has abandoned desire. He's also not the first and foremost among all human beings. And what is the samadhi of non-contention? You enter into the main hall of the Rainbow Temple, and in the little sitting room before the dining room, there was non-contention written by Grandmaster. Samadhi of non-contention. So what are you contending with? So those who have listened to Grandmaster's words, but they still envious and jealous and still do those foolish things, then they're still doing those illusory, silly things in the illusory world. So that at this moment you're still fighting or competing or contending for recognition and position and status, privilege, or even laziness. That you're lazier than I want to be more lazy. Why do I want to work so hard? That person is so have it easy. And in our Buddhist school, we are the best at that, fighting to be the laziest. I'm a nun, and why do I want to work harder? I want to be that person doesn't work that hard. So we don't fight to be more diligent, but we fight to be lazy. Yes. Ask someone else to do it. Why me? They always push it around. The three tricks of doing things. You don't do it. I have no time. You do it. Just push it around. Second, drag. That you need to get it done in 3 days, but you drag it onto a week or a month or a year or 2 years, 3 years. That's the second trick. Drag it on. And the third one, pull. And you really can't drag it on anymore, then you pull someone else to do it. So push, drag, and pull. The three tricks of doing work. So your face has to be thick, and then the heart is black. And what? And evil. So the three tricks of dodging your work. But as Buddhists, we have to learn the samadhi of non-contention. Diligence. You have to be diligent. That's all for today. Om Mani Padme Hum.
非常感谢法王师尊连生活佛太好的法语开示。
We are truly grateful to His Holiness Precious Dharma teachings. Now this ends the English interpretation today. Thank you very much.
顶礼坛城做观想大礼拜，一拜根本传承上师及诸佛。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，为天心三引，二拜诸菩萨。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，为天心三引，三拜诸护法金刚。嗡啊吽，观想顶礼，为天心三引，是平等与提手。恭请师尊以布道展视频接受众线上的众弟子感恩和道别。
感谢师父摩天。
感谢师尊，感谢众线上的同门，下周见。谢谢师尊，谢谢大家。